What's up, guys? Pixar Prime 10 here, and today we are doing another video review. I guess you can call this week Video Game Week, because on Tuesday I did a review of a Minecraft figure, and today I am doing a review of a Sonic figure. Both video games, both very fun games, so I guess we can officially call this the Video Game Week. But as you can see, I'm taking a look at the Sonic and Motobug figure. Basically, this is from a toy line that is actually, this isn't that recent of a toy. This was released, I want to say maybe 2011, or maybe this is recent, I'm not sure. But there was a whole line of Sonic toys released when Sonic Generations came out, celebrating Sonic's 20th anniversary. But as you can see, this is classic Sonic. I've reviewed a modern Sonic figure before, but now I finally have a classic Sonic figure. You can see up there the year 1991 is proudly displayed, the year that the original Sonic the Hedgehog came out for the Sega Genesis. You can see celebrating the most iconic video game character of all time. As much as I would like to agree with that, because Sonic is my favorite video game franchise, Mario would have to be the most iconic video game character, but I'd say Sonic is number 2. I got the classic Sonic the Hedgehog logo. It says Sonic and Motobug. Obviously, is Sonic right there, and an enemy that some people might not be familiar with, but the most classic enemy from the original Sonic game, Motobug. Obviously a badnik created by Dr. Robotnik, or more commonly known as Dr. Eggman. Basically took animals, made them into robots, and you got Motobug, or a robotic ladybug. You got classic Sonic up there. What I really like about this box is you might not be able to see it too well, but you got classic Green Hill Zone in the back there on the card. I'll show you when I get this open. On the back, we have a whole bunch of stuff. We got the same logo we had on the front. We got Sonic, but full body. We got the logo, and we have a little bio that says, capable of traveling at the speed of sound, Sonic is known for his speed, confident attitude, and readiness for any and all types of adventure. A true hero, he calls upon his skill to save the world from Dr. Eggman. Sonic has a big heart and is always ready to help those in need. So, very cool bio, pretty much summing up, I guess, Sonic very quickly. Got the Jazzwares logo down there. Jazzware is the company responsible for making a bunch of these Sonic figures. Not, I wouldn't say top quality, but they are very good figures at the least, that very much suffices for a Sonic toy line. I think Jazzwares does a phenomenal job at making Sonic figures, but I can't wait to get classic Sonic out of the box, so I'm going to go do so now. Alright guys, so here we have Sonic and Motobug out of their packaging. Real quick, like I promised, I told you I'd show you the back of the card that this figure came on. And as you can see, it really is a very nice representation of the 16-bit Green Hill Zone. You got the slope, the rings, the palm trees. Very nice looking. I really do like that. One thing that I guess you could say also comes in the packaging is these two things. They slip out, or they just fall out when you open it. This was on the top, if you remember, and this was on the bottom, so kind of like that. They're not really meant to keep, but I think it's kind of cool that they just slide out, so I'm going to go ahead and keep those. I like those. But, alright, so here is Sonic and Motobug. So as I usually do, I'm going to take a look at accessories before we get to the actual figure himself. So here we have the Motobug. It's really simple. If you guys know, in the classic Sonic the Hedgehog game, there were enemies that were animals, but they were robots, but they were also bugs, and it's very not complicated at all. But basically, when you crush an animal, or a badnik, these are called badniks, the robot explodes, and a little baby animal goes away. You save the animal. But this is Motobug. It's a ladybug that basically is on a wheel, and then it would charge right at you. The wheel doesn't move. It's molded in there. I think it would have been a lot better if that did move. You can see it's got no real paint apps at all. It's all molded in black, and the only paint apps we have is this little blue right here in the eyes, and then the red on the shell. This is not the paint, the black painted on. I think it's the red painted around it. So, obviously, you know, keep costs down. Jazzware is not that amazing of a toy company, but it does suffice. You got, like, paint splotches back there. Again, not top-notch quality, but, you know, it would be better if it came with something to make it stand. I mean, it doesn't even have a hole in the bottom to plug into a stand, but you gotta kind of keep it like that. But this is kind of cool looking. Little enemy. I really do like that. So they didn't have to include that, but I think since Sonic is so small himself, they felt like including a little enemy kind of just relish in the original game. But here we have the main attraction of this set, the classic Sonic figure, and I absolutely love this figure. I think it looks fantastic, just plain and simple. As you guys know, I already have a modern Sonic, so I'm very happy to have a classic Sonic now that can be side by side on my shelf. As you can see, he's a very light blue, just like he was in the Genesis days. He's got the big, round, pudgy belly, just like he did back in his classic artwork with the white gloves, the white, more pointed shoes with no real gray on the bottom, or like border. It was just the pointed shoe and the buckle and the white stripe. You got the eyes right here on Sonic, which were not green until he turned modern. They did not turn green until he became modern Sonic and like Sonic Adventure. They were always black in classic Sonic. You've got the pointed ears, the classic spikes on the back of the head, which have some black paint splotches right there and there, which is kind of ugly. The production paint quality is not the best, like I've said, but it's okay, because these aren't really collector-type figures. For the articulation, the head will rotate side to side. The arms are kind of, it's a little weird. You can see on this arm that the curve hits the joint, and then you can see the ball joint, or, well, universal joint, so they can go up and then go kind of down like that, and then forward and back, but it's kind of hard to do. And then the wrist swivel. But then you look at this arm, and the joint is connected differently. The joint is on a way where I much more prefer it, where the pin is kind of going up like that, but then the kind of goes in on a different angle. I mean, you can put it like that to have them facing the same way, but now his arm is facing backwards, so it's very, very weird. Another thing about that is you can't have both of his arms down at his side. You got one arm that's down, and then you got the other arm that's completely sticking out, and it's really kind of annoying. You can probably warp it, but I don't like that. This waist does swivel. I'm not going to really do it, because me being, see I got it there. I like having every line lined up correctly. And then the legs go forward and back, and then the feet also swivel. One thing that I just really realized, being the Sonic nerd that I am, is why does he have buckles on his shoes? Classic Sonic did not have buckles on his shoes, and I was like, wait, did he? And then I just looked at the back of the card, and no, Classic Sonic does not have the buckles on his shoes, so I'm very confused as to why. That's a modern Sonic thing. But in terms of a Classic Sonic look, I think this is really, really awesome looking. He's got his big head and small body, really proportioned, I think, very well. One thing that is kind of annoying is he doesn't really stand right. You can see I got it at the beginning of the video, but you kind of gotta push his legs forward, and then he'll start leaning back, and then eventually he won't fall over. Perfect. As a little comparison, for Classic Sonic, here we have Modern Sonic. So, as you can see, we have both of the Sonics, Modern and Classic. Comparisons between the two, obviously, this guy is a darker blue. That's not really differences in the toys. Modern Sonic is supposed to be darker. You can see that he's always had the longer legs, the green eyes, the more slim stomach. For some reason, they both have buckles on their shoes. This guy should not have the buckles. The spikes are a little bit longer. But yeah, it's Sonic, and I think these guys look really, let's see if I put that guy like that, put that like that. I think these guys look really awesome together, and I think they're going to look really awesome standing side by side on my shelf. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Sonic Smirk, and it's Sonic, and you guys know I love Sonic, but this really is a fantastic little figure. Believe it or not, I picked this up at a bookstore. Pretty weird, they had a whole Sonic section, which I loved. So, alright, so it's really a good figure. The articulation is not top-notch, but it's pretty good. The paint apps, though sloppy, are there. And, yeah, it overall is just a very good representation of classic Sonic. So, let's see if I can get him to stand. Whoop. Alright, whatever. But, alright guys, so that was my review of Classic Sonic and Motobug. I guess just part of the Jazzwares collection line. So, really good figures. If you're a fan of Sonic and you see these figures, I would absolutely recommend picking them up. It's a fantastic set to have. Like I said, especially if you're a Sonic fan, it's a great representation of classic Sonic from the Genesis game, and I guess Sonic Generations. So alright guys, until next time, thanks for watching this review. I had a lot of fun reviewing this item for you. This has been my, I guess, video game week, and until next time, have a great day.